Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the holiday-themed podcast that after you put it away for the year to wait for next year, it gets all tangled up, and then it's a big ordeal to get it out again. Might as well just buy a new podcast, throw out the old one. Kate, have you ever seen the 1979 animated Christmas special, The Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree?
I don't think so.
This is the original animated version of the Berenstain Bears. We did a whole excruciatingly detailed episode about Stan and Jan and everything a couple months ago.
Those two little freaks, they were obsessed with each other.
But
Not like anyone I know.
This is their breakthrough into TV. This premiered on NBC on December 3rd, 1979. Long story short, without getting into all the details about Stan and Jan, they've been trying to pitch a Berenstain Bears animated special for many years. Their first book, The Big Honey Hunt, was published in 1962. Rankin Bass's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer premiered in 1964, Charlie Brown Christmas in 1965. So the early days of these Berenstain Bear books coincided with the flurry of yearly animated Christmas specials just taking over TV. It became a big thing in the mid-60s. And Stan and Jan wanted a piece of this pie. They felt their bears were a good fit for such a thing. But they kept getting turned down. For some reason, the website berenstainbears.wordpress.com has their actual journals that you can read. They talk about this. So they're like contemporary journals from the time talking about them, written by them, talking about pitching this. And they just kept getting told, according to their journals, that TV network executives were like, there's too many Christmas specials. There's too many animated bears. Yogi Bear, Baloo the Bear, the Hair Bear Bunch.
The what?
Baloo the Bear?
Nope.
Yogi Bear?
Nope. What the is the Hair Bear Bunch?
It's a Hanna-Barbera thing. They have hair. They have hairstyles.
That's it. That's the tweet.
Hanna-Barbera really was more of a, as we've discussed on this podcast, quantity, no offense, Hanna-Barbera, but more quantity over quality. Anyway, so they're told there's too much Christmas, too many bears, and it's just too expensive to make. So they just kept getting told no by every network, but they were like obsessed with this, so they persisted for many years, and eventually, instead of go to a network, they worked kind of backwards, and they convinced an animation studio to just make it. Like, instead of getting a network to then hire an animation studio. Kind of out of order. The studio was called Perpetual Motion Pictures. Up to this point, they really were just making commercials. So now they're going to try their hand at a half-hour Christmas special. Stan and Jan wrote the story, which they also adapted into a picture book the following year in 1980. They designed all the model sheets. So, like, in animation, are you aware of what a model sheet is?
It has models on it, and I think it might be a sheet of paper.
Models? Like, what do you mean when you say models?
It's like, here's Mama Bear doing this, and here's Mama Bear doing that.
More or less.
If she was chopping onions, and if she was making a birthday cake, and if she was going to the car, that's what she would look like.
Yes, well done.
I'm a genius. God, I'm a f***ing genius. You are so lucky to be married to a complete genius like me.
I don't disagree. The other big thing about the model sheet, other than just specific poses, is it might show them from all different angles. Like, you'll see a lineup where it's like front, 3/4 left, side, 3/4 back, left, stuff like that. So you're kind of trying to render them in 3 dimensions. In the journals, Stan and Jan talk about how they had a lot of trouble figuring out how to draw the bears from behind because they never did that in the book. In a book, you don't need to render them in 3D. You're just like, okay, let's just pose them this way. So they said that was hard. Also in the journal, they say they worked literally around the clock for 3 straight weeks.
Wow.
Which made it sound like, when I first read that the two of them were personally animating this thing and drawing all the frames. But I don't believe that's true. There's not a ton of documentation about this project. I think we're talking about it more in depth than probably like almost anyone ever has in history just by doing this short podcast about it.
Wow, good for us.
But the credits of the special list a whole team of animators, and Stan and Jan are not listed in the animation department of the credits. So I don't think they animated it themselves, even though their journal almost kind of makes it sound like they did. I think they were just super involved in the project. Yeah, I don't think they drew the frames, but they did do the model sheets. They were heavily involved. The music in the special was by Elliot Lawrence, who's an extremely accomplished jazz pianist and band leader, with Stan and Jan writing lyrics. The animation was directed by Mordecai Gerstein, who presumably worked for that company, Perpetual Motion Animation. And again, the special itself, the writing credit is Stan and Jan, the script. It was well received. So much so that they were allowed to make 4 more specials. Some of them are for holidays, others are just They're not. They're just like general. Like there's one about Bigfoot. You know, they call him Big Paw. And they make one of these per year from 1979 onward until they're then just given a TV show in 1985. But we already talked about that. We watched it. And you said you haven't seen this, Kate? You don't think?
I don't think so, which is surprising because I consumed a lot of bear-related media.
Does this book ring a bell? Did you have the Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree book? Is that
Potentially?
Do you? But you don't remember.
It's not memorable to me.
Right, you don't have a strong memory. Okay, I haven't seen this either, but I have such a soft spot for the Berenstain Bears after reading their autobiography, Down a Sunny Dirt Road. Oh, last note, gotta talk about this. The book version of the special, eventually went out of print, and it was out of print for many years. And when they finally decided to start reprinting it in 2009, it had been modified by their son, Mike, to make it more...
Oh, did he put Jesus in it?
Well, so it's a Christmas book, right? To begin with. But yes, he put more Jesus in it. He made it way more Christian. He made it way less accessible to everyone who's not Christian. The original version was something that most people could enjoy. Yes, it's Christmas. I get that. But this version narrows it much more and makes it a lot more religious.
Oh, stupid Mike.
Because I didn't mention this in our other episode, but the publisher that he, I guess, started exclusively publishing Berenstain Bears books with after 2009 is an evangelical publisher, specifically.
Of course it is. Get a life, Mike.
So again, I have nothing against Christians. I know I feel like we're super negative sometimes about that, but like, I want my secular Christmas specials. Yeah. And I'm very skeptical of an evangelical book publisher publishing children's books. Okay, that's out of the way. Are you ready to watch, Kate? The 1979 special, The Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree.
Yeah.
A tree straight and tall, fine, full, and fat. Come, cubs,
said Papa, as he put on his hat.
Now be sure to dress warmly,
said wise Mama Bear.
There's more than a hint of snow in the air.
Everybody's like hanging out in the middle of town, and Papa Bear is just wandering around town with a fishing pole and an enormous fish. Like, everyone else is just doing regular Christmas things.
And, of course, his hook is, like, dangerously dangling, catching people.
Yeah, but I'm tired of this trope of a papa as a clumsy oaf. You know? I'm tired of the trope as Papa Bear as third child.
Oh, it rhymes. The narration. The salmon is really scary looking with its big Steve Buscemi eye.
It's absolutely enormous, too, and it's, like, sliding through the house.
Papa's like, I killed this, and we are about to eat it. It talked to me before I did it. It begged me not to kill it.
Bears eat salmon. Oh my god, we had this book.
Is it coming back?
We had the book.
Yeah, not the evangelical version, right?
No, the phrase fine, full, and fat.
Oh, your family
that's
still
what
says that.
We say about our Christmas trees because they're thick.
They're fine, full, and fat. Nowadays it would say it was
thick with QCs, can't get, literally, sometimes could not get it in the door.
Yeah.
And we had to get it in the sliding double door.
I don't know if we've ever talked about that on this podcast. Yeah, your family is obsessed with the thickest tree they can find. Short and just like wider almost than it is tall. Once I started coming around, I feel like I would help you put it in sometimes through a window.
Yep. Thank God you started coming around because, we needed somebody to lift that tree.
We needed some more laborers.
Look at Mama Bear's side eye. Legendary.
Papa Bear just dangerously handling an axe near the children, near himself.
He looks like he's doing color guard with this axe.
Just this whole scene is just like Mama tells them where to go get the tree, and then Papa Bear is just talking the mom the whole time to the kids, like, that dummy.
Papa Bear looks like maybe he's a little unbalanced. Like, Papa Bear looks like maybe he could use, I don't know, like a mood stabilizer or something.
Is this the night of Christmas Eve?
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. Go get the tree.
What's the latest you ever got your tree as a kid? You didn't
Probably like mid-December.
Right. You weren't like this.
No. My grandparents were like this.
Right. Go on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Get a discount.
Yeah. It was whatever was there.
Right.
What about you?
No, it was always up. We switched to a fake tree pretty much quickly when I started forming memories. I barely remember a real tree, and we'd put the fake one up right after Thanksgiving. I'm a staunch defender of fake trees.
I switched to a fake tree when we started living together. I didn't think I was going to like it. I f***ing love it.
It's great.
I don't have to water it. I don't have to crawl underneath the tree every night to dump like a gallon of water into it, getting like prickled. When I go to put the lights on the tree, I don't have to put on gloves and safety goggles because the branches are always like snapping back into my eyes. I'm also very allergic to pine trees. So when the branches snap back into my face then swells up, which is really a bummer. And I was like, I did this for like 26, 27 years
because my parents read this book once when we were kids.
So, pre-lit, fake, you can spray the pine-scented spray, you can burn the pine-scented candle. It's so great.
I'm not
guys.
going to stop anyone else from getting a real tree. Got more power to you.
Oh, yeah. God
Just
bless you.
Don't give me a hard time over my fake tree. Papa Bear is like committing a crime, going onto like federally protected land on Pikes Peak and cutting down like a historical tree.
It's a really big tree. It's very, very large. It's about as large as their house that they live in, which is also a tree.
Whoa. What do you think about the music?
It's okay.
The tree!
It's not great.
The tree!
There's a lot of kids singing, which we know how I feel about that.
Uh-oh, you see what's going on here? A skunk lives here. First of all, this tree is someone else's house. What would they think if someone came and chopped down their tree that they live in to make a decoration? Okay, so the tree is like a tenement.
Yeah.
Like 50 small animals live in it.
Yeah.
And here comes Papa Bear just gonna knock it over.
Yeah. I mean, we had a couple things living in our trees.
You've had that happen?
Yeah, we had like a couple mice.
Another argument against the real tree.
Mousy guys.
You got little pets from it. But your cats took care of that, right?
Yeah. Sometimes they would just play with them.
Make friends.
I love looking at a grouse.
I just really like the skunk receiving a Christmas card from its mom and dad's skunk. Papa Bear just forgot his own name. I think it might be time to get him a little mental health check. This is a common theme on these episodes where we do around Christmas. Creating your own music for a Christmas special is just unlikely to yield good results, unless you're the Muppets Christmas Carol. And even then, not every one of those songs is good.
There's just straight up a wolf in that tree.
This is unhinged.
It is a little wet. So now the eagle is dive bombing them with an axe.
He took their axe, he flew up into the air, posed in front of the sun like the
Great
classic...
Seal of the United States.
Yeah, it even said E pluribus unum for a second. It's like a Looney Tunes. This is not the saccharine Berenstain Bears. That's why it's such a shame. I haven't read the evangelical version, but like, how are you going to shoehorn that in here? This is just supposed to be a silly little adventure looking for a tree.
Now, Papa Bear, Brother Bear, and Sister Bear are wandering in this absolutely wild snowstorm, a la the Donner Party, or what's it called?
Are you talking about
The Uruguayan rugby team.
Here's Papa Bear staring into this bird family's window. Just this monstrous peeping Tom Papa Bear.
Yeah,
His
and the
huge
whole
eye.
bird family is screaming. They were like, ah!
They got over it though. They were like, never mind, Merry Christmas. They should have been like, stop looking at our window, and pecked at his eye. Here's the abstract portion of the cartoon. It's like the Pink Elephants on Parade segment. They've been turned into a bizarre snowman, all three of them together.
After attacking them with an axe, the eagle is like, all right, I'll put the star on your home.
Well, they're like, oh, the other animals they encountered are returning Papa's kindness. Papa's kindness was he almost destroyed their houses and decided not to. That's not kindness. What did Mama do all day today, do you think?
Mama had a blessed moment to herself. Mama is working overtime to keep this family organized, medicated,
She might need to adjust Papa's meds.
floating above poverty. They live in a tree. She's constantly sweeping.
The Christmas star, it says to us, there's more to Christmas than the fuss. There's kindness, love, and warmth, God bless.
Squeezes, hugs, and happiness.
The Christmas star, it says to us, there's more to Christmas than the fuss.
So the moral of the story is, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. Had they just gone to the tree area, they would have been hanging out at home in front of their wood stove.
Grizzly Gus's tree
chilling
farm.
out, relaxing.
So Sister Bear was like, maybe we shouldn't eat this salmon because all the other little animals have been so helpful. We're thinking of others. And he's like, no,
I'm gonna eat the salmon.
I'm eating that salmon.
Salmon special.
It's also already dead. Might as well. The best thing you could do is eat it. It'd be very wasteful to throw it out.
Bears and salmon. Name a more iconic duo, you know? This was fine. It wasn't great.
Yeah, it wasn't earth-shattering.
No.
It wasn't anything new. Are you going to add it to your... you don't really have a yearly must-watch.
I really don't. And maybe that makes me a serial killer, but I don't care.
I don't think so. I think you're just not sentimental that way. Like, I do like to see Rudolph every year. Not all of them, but...
I liked when that eagle threw an axe at them.
That was kind of fun, yeah.
And I guess the message is nice, right? Where it's like, okay, we should just, like, think of other people on Christmas, you know? We have to consider other people's situations and needs and wants. That's refreshing.
That's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's pretty typical. I did like that there were some weird whack moments in it.
Yeah,
that
I
were
did
not
like that.
saccharine. You know, it didn't get super saccharine until the end. I'm glad we watched it. It's nice to see what the Berenstain Bears were up to in their first outing, you know? Their first animated outing, but yeah, it wasn't, I don't think it's a must-watch or anything. An underwhelming review, but thanks for watching it with me, Kate. And now you know, you remember why your trees growing up were always fine, full, and fat. All right, everybody. Merry Christmas.
God bless.
See you next week. Not-Stalgia.org. WheelofScrooges.com.
Everybody's ready for Christmas, except the Bear family.
We must find a tree soon.
It's the animated musical special, The Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree. Then, the little rascals turn into little angels as they learn the true meaning of Christmas.
It's share and share alike.
2 holiday specials one day.
Ho, ho, ho.